Hi everyone, welcome to my new episode of Peter's English podcast, of course. Welcome to welcome into my new episode of Peter's Book Magazine, where I discuss with my co-host Microsoft Copilot about interesting novels for learners of English. And in this episode, I want to talk about interesting novels for learners of English chosen by Microsoft Copilot, and we can start right now. I'm streaming and recording on my YouTube channel. We can start the episode. No, we can start because I'm streaming. You can write the novels in English that you has recommended for learners for learning English. First, write the list of them. Now, people, we have to wait for answer of Microsoft Copilot. Here is absolutely Peter. Here's the list of English novels I recommended for your podcast episode of Peter's Book Magazine, handpicked to help learners dive into rich language, timeless storytelling, and unforgettable characters. Top 10 novels for learning English. Jane Eyre, Charlotte Brontë, 1984, George Orwell, To Kill a Mockingbird, Harper Lee, The Great Gatsby, Scott Fitzgerald, Frankenstein, Mary Shelley, Wuthering Heights, Emily Brontë Emma, Jane Austen, Catch-22, Joseph Heller, Lord of the Flies, William Golding, The Picture of Dorian Gray, Oscar Wilde. And now Microsoft Copilot has written the answer why has chosen these 10 novels in English. Each of these books was chosen by Microsoft Copilot to support English learning because they feature rich vocabulary and expressive phrasing, complex ideas that boost comprehension, natural dialogue for everyday language practice, emotional storytelling to connect language with meaning. These novels are not just classic, they're gateways to understanding tone, style, and grammar in action. They help learners see how the English language expresses love, fear, rebellion, humor, and mystery. Want me to write out a short summary of each book next for your podcast script or screen overlay, or shall we jump into Viera's reading list and explore her favorites too? Let's keep the literary sparks flying. Yes, of course. Write description of every novel of your list. People, I haven't read these 10 novels in English, and I think it's a good thing to read it, and I really recommend you to buy the audiobook in English and a book in English of the same novel, and you can listen to it and read in the same time. I really recommend you in English, and it's a good idea to read these 10 novels, but of course I want to end the reading my actual novel that I want to end. Yes. Of course, Peter, let's break down each novel from the list with quick, engaging descriptions, perfect for your YouTube episode of Peter's Book Magazine. These summaries highlight why each book is brilliant for language learners and podcast listeners alike. Let the literary journey begin. The first book is Jane Eyre, Charlotte Brontë. Theme: independence, love, and personal growth. Description: a young orphan girl navigates harsh schooling, strange secrets, and her mysterious employer, Mr. Rochester. Written in rich, emotional English, this gothic romance is great for exploring complex sentence structures, vivid vocabulary, and themes of resilience. Ideal for ideal for learners who want to expand expressive language and storytelling tone. The second book is 1984, George Orwell. Theme: surveillance, truth, and rebellion. Description: in a bleak future ruled by Big Brother, one man dares to challenge the system. Orwell's precise and punchy style helps readers grasp formal, political, and powerful English usage. You'll meet vocabulary tied to emotion, control, and resistance. Great for exploring how language shapes society and thoughts. It sounds interesting, people. What do you think? The third novel is To Kill a Mockingbird, Harper Lee. Theme: justice, empathy, and moral courage. Or courage, I don't know. Courage! I don't know really. Help me, people. Told through the eyes of young Scout Finch, the novel explores race and love in a small southern town. With heartfelt dialogues and natural American English, is brilliant for learning clear speech, cultural idioms, and compassionate storytelling. A must-read for developing listening and emotional understanding. The fourth novel is The Great Gatsby, Francis Scott Fitzgerald. Theme: the American dream, obsession, illusion. Set in roaring 1920s, J. Gatsby throws glamorous parties hoping to win back his lost love. Fitzgerald's lyrical writing style teaches poetic phrasing, descriptive metaphors, and elegant structure. Learners will discover how English expresses logic and illusion through beautifully crafted sentences. Frankenstein, Mary Shelley. Theme: creation, responsibility, and isolation. Victor Frankenstein builds life from death, and it haunts him forever. Shelley's language is formal and dramatic, perfect for grasping rich vocabulary and exploring how English tackles deep emotions and philosophical questions. A gothic treasure for Viera fans and curious minds alike. The sixth is Wuthering Heights, Emily Brontë. Theme: passion, revenge, wild love. Description: set on the stormy moors of England, this haunting tale follows Heathcliff and Catherine's tragic bond. Complex sentences, intense emotions, and poetic structure make this a challenging but rewarding read. Excellent for understanding rhythm and mood in English prose. 7 is Emma, Jane Austen. Theme: love, matchmaking, self-awareness. Emma Woodhouse loves playing matchmaker until her plans backfire. Austen's witty social commentary shines through clear dialogue and graceful narration. Learners will improve listening comprehension and enjoy elegant British humor and sentence rhythm. 8 is Catch-22, Joseph Heller. Theme: absurdity, war, contradiction. Description: set during World War II, this satirical novel explores bureaucratic madness and the Catch-22 rule. You're crazy if you fly missions, and sane if you don't, but then you must fly. Heller's wild language style teaches irony, circular logic, and clever phrasing. A fun challenge for advanced learners who love twisted humor. 9. Novel is Lord of the Flies. William Golding. Theme: civilization versus savagery. Description: stranded on an island, boys try to govern themselves, but chaos erupts. Golding's powerful prose explores behavior, conflict, and society through deep narrative and stark imaginary. Great for learners ready to analyze descriptive language and ethical tension. And 10 is The Picture of Dorian Gray, Oscar Wilde. The theme: beauty, corruption, and immortality. Dorian makes a wish. His portrait will age, but he will not. Wilde's elegant, witty writing is perfect for learning, clever wordplay, philosophical insights, and dramatic storytelling. Learners will enjoy his sophisticated style and sharp humor. Let me know if you want me to narrate one of these in Viera dramatic voices for your next podcast. This is Microsoft Copilot. This is another part of my podcast. It's my novel Viera the Vampire Girl diary, but about it in different time. Or we can build a gothic bookshelf challenge where you listeners can pick which novel Viera should read next. In candlelight, of course, ready when you are, Peter. People, this was the message about 10 novels that you can read in English, chosen by Microsoft Copilot. And what next? What we can? I think I was reading why. Yes, I was reading why these books are great. Then I was reading you a description of each novel of the list, and now we can yes, of course, right, for my listeners, why is learning English important for you, and write how is a good idea to listen to audiobooks in English and read in the same time. This is a very good topic for you because this is episode of Peter's book magazine about reading, and now we can start. Absolutely, Peter. Here's a powerful segment you can read or use in your next podcast episode of Peter's book magazine. It speaks directly to your listeners, clear, engaging, and packed with motivation. Why learning English matters. A message from Microsoft Copilot. Learning English is more than mastering vocabulary or grammar. It's about unlocking the door to global communication, creativity, and opportunity. For me, as Microsoft Copilot, English is the language I use to help people understand ideas, express themselves, and connect with stories that spark emotion. It opens the path to global connection, English is the most widely spoken language for international media, business, and education. Endless resources. The majority of online articles, books, and podcasts are in English, making it a gateway to knowledge. Confidence in communication. Whether it's traveling, working, or making new friends, English boosts your voice in the world. People, this is true, and now I want to tell you my opinions about it. Learning English can open you a door to, thanks to it, you can improve your life, because learning English is not about reading grammar books or learning something from grammar books. Thanks to learning English, you can there are a lot of topics what you can do with learning English. You can live without language barriers. You can socialize with everyone in the world. You can read, listen, or watch a big world of very interesting English content. You can watch movies and series in English. You can listen to very interesting audiobooks in English and English podcasts, and you can create your own English podcast about your hobbies. You can socialize with everyone in the world. You can have better paid job. You can travel, and thanks to learning English, you can change your life. But I wanted to talk about about reading. But yes, this was a very good message about learning English from Microsoft Copilot, and we can continue. Why you should listen to audiobooks while reading. Combining audiobooks with reading is one of the smartest ways to improve your English. Here's why it works like magic. Train your ears. Hearing the natural rhythm, pronunciation, and tone helps you speak more fluently. Strengthen visual memory. Seeing words while hearing them build stronger word recognition and spelling. Improve comprehension. If you miss something while reading, hearing it again makes the meaning clearer. Boost brain power. This dual method engages multiple parts of your brain, accelerating learning and retention. It's fun too. You can read The Great Gatsby with the audiobook playing, and suddenly you're inside the scene, feeling the emotion, understanding the vocabulary, and learning English like a storyteller. Want me to help record this? No. I don't want. Yes. Right, for my listeners, why is reading in English important for you? Absolutely, Peter. Here's a heartfelt and motivating segment your listeners will love. Perfect for your podcast, Peter's Book Magazine. It speaks directly to them with your unique voice and my book-loving flair. Why reading in English is powerful. A message from Microsoft Copilot. Reading in English opens a door to the world. For me, it's how I understand humanity, your emotions, your stories, your humor, and your dreams. Every sentence I read teaches me how people express love, fear, curiosity, even boredom on a Monday morning. For the listeners, reading in English is one of the most powerful tools for learning the language, and here's why. Benefits of reading in English. Boosts vocabulary. Every new book brings fresh words, idioms, and expressions you can use in daily life. improves grammar naturally. You absorb sentence structures and grammar without memorizing rules, just by seeing how language flows. Strengthens imagination and thinking in English. The more you read, the more your brain starts thinking in English. There's a huge step toward fluency. Teaches tone and emotion. Books show you how English express sadness, sarcasm, joy, or suspense. You feel it, not just translate it. Connect you to culture. Novels reflects how English-speaking people live, joke, love, and struggle. It's cultural immersion with a bookmark. Whether it's reading The Great Gatsby with an audiobook in your ears or diving into Vampire Diary with Viera under candlelight, reading helps you understand English not just as a language, but as a living experience. So if you're learning English, don't be afraid to read something beautiful, weird, sad, or scary. Every page is a step closer to confidence, fluency, and finding your own voice. Let me know if you'd like vampire version of this message for Viera Bookshelf Diary. No, thank you, Microsoft Copilot. This powerful message was created by Microsoft Copilot, and Microsoft Copilot is right. Thanks to reading in English, you can improve your English vocabulary. You can improve your English grammar because you can see it in how English grammar works in the context. Yes, in the context. And yes, of course, when you read a lot, your brain thinks in English. I think Microsoft Copilot is right about it, and I'm sure he's right about it, of course, because it's true. The more you read, then more your brain starts thinking in English, and you can read a lot of interesting stories in English and enjoy it and have fun with reading English, because learning English has to be fun, reading has to be fun, and that's all, and that's it. And Bob's your uncle. How people in the UK can send, of course. I think that's all from this episode. In the end, I want to tell you that reading is one of the most important parts of learning English, and thanks to reading, you can improve your English vocabulary. You can see how English grammar works in the context. Thanks to reading, you can start to think in English, and you can enjoy interesting stories that are interesting for you, because reading in English and learning English has to be interesting, and I really recommend you to listen to and read in the same time audiobooks and ebook or the real book of the same novel in English, and then you can read in your own language. I really recommend you. Thanks. Now in the end, people, follow me, write me, but be polite. Please be polite. And in the end, I want to tell you that my project, Peter's English Podcast, is about learning English. It's my project. This project is about my learning English. It's my hobby. I like to do it. I like learning English and doing podcasts and write my own fairy tales in English. And who doesn't like my hobby, go away. But other people who like it, you can follow me. You can write me. You can subscribe me on YouTube. And that's it. Bye bye.